Welcome back to PASC, Bern, and our mini symposium. So joining me here, I have Fabio Finito and Filippo Spiga, and you have organized a joint mini symposium on next generation scientific workflows, co-design for HPC, cloud, and beyond. I remember 10 or 15 years ago, workflows were not considered proper HPC, right? And we had to hide this in our codes by hiding them under MPI submissions. But this has changed. HPC is apparently embracing workflows. Why? And why are you organizing this mini symposium?
Because we want to see how people are using the new HPC and cloud resources, actually having workflows, and how this compare with the status of providing resources. So what are the challenges when using or accessing HPC or cloud infrastructure? So what is the need from the scientific community when they have to do workflows? And this is challenging because we are mostly used to perform HPC jobs, and enabling the possibility of performing workflows is still something that requires a lot of work.
Okay, that sounds useful. So what did you learn here? Was there anything surprising or unexpected?
So we organized the mini symposium in two parts. We wanted to have domain experts coming and talk to us about the great science that they are pushing through, and they're able to do thanks to workflow and more sophisticated workflow. But then we also have a few experts that talk from a technical and computer science perspective how these workflows are evolving. And I was very surprised how both the domain expert and the computer science, the technical side, the engineering side of the workflow, raised about the role of AI, actually the role of agentic AI. Until 6 to 9 months ago, this was not something that was so obvious, and now everybody's using them. And there might be a future where, yes, the scientists orchestrate the workflow and orchestrate the use of CPU, GPU, whatever, quantum, et cetera, but there's also this AI agent that is going to do something for the scientist, and the scientist to interact with them and interact with the workflow manager. So the complexity just increased.
And I know even in my group, we're playing around, we're beginners like everyone else. But what I find fascinating that historically it was so important for workflows to be well-defined building blocks, right? And nowadays, these agents, they pick this up, they learn this from the documentation of each code.
Precisely.
So what should we do with this? If HPC centers are starting to embrace workflows, what's the next big step?
Well, it's interesting the fact that there are no more rigid walls. So in the same place, you have HPC resources, cloud resources, now also quantum computing, and everything is mixed up. So users require every step of computing resources, and we should be able to offer to them a good way to exploit all these resources. So this is the thing on which we should work from now on.
And what I learned from ISC last week, right, that from the story where we used to run on CPUs and then we went to GPUs, and our simulation codes run on GPUs, but with all these agents and the needs for automatic compiles and everything, now we need CPUs again.
Yeah, it's an interesting dynamic. Yeah.
Yes, you're working for a company that is now a CPU company.
You are very important.
Yeah.
Absolutely. More and more important.
Fabio and Filippo, thank you so much. Great to have you here, and enjoy the rest of the conference.
Thank you.